What's going on, guys? So just wanted to create a little video about what is a life coach. If you guys see me looking over here, it's just because I have some points that I definitely want to make sure that I touch on for you. Um, so first things first, a life coach really is a guide that helps you discover yourself. And I know that could sound a little bit corny to some of you guys, or which honestly I can totally resonate with. To be real, when I first looked into life coaching, that was one of the things that kind of gave me some internal resistance, because I didn't really know how they could do that. But once I actually started to learn about how life coaches can actually help you tap into elevating and becoming your best selves, like, it really changed my perspective and helped me grow immensely. So hopefully this little explanation, for those of you that don't know, maybe it can help you guys do the same. I think the best way to describe what a life coach is and what they do, maybe to use an analogy. Imagine if you were going on vacation in a foreign country, so you've never been there, and you want to go on, let's say, some sort of hike or extravagant, like, expedition, or something like that. So let's say you take your flight, you touch down, you're ready to go. The first thing that you guys might do, maybe, to reach out to a tour guide, just to kind of give you the lay of the land. And if you did that, the guide would probably start by asking you some questions about yourself, so, like, what brought you to that country, how did you get there. They might ask you what type of expedition it is that you're trying to go on. Where do you actually want to go? Where do you want to end up after this hike? They may ask you some questions to make sure that they're actually the right person to guide you, right? And from there, you guys would probably co-create some sort of arrangement, some sort of plan or route that you guys could take together, where this tour guide could kind of help assist you on the route that you guys chose together, based on your specific goals for that expedition, right? The next thing I want to touch on is, like, what exactly is a guide's main job, right? So in this scenario, like I said, they probably want to make sure that you are in the right place, right? Are you looking to go on a hike through a forest? Are you looking to go on like a mountain climb, right? Are you looking to go on a volcano expedition? So they probably would clarify with you first, that what your goals are, so that they can make sure that they're the best person to help you. And if they're not, they may hopefully send you in the right direction of someone who is the exact guide that you'd be looking for, right? They would probably equip you with tools, right? Let's say it's your first time hiking, or even if you're experienced hiker, like, they probably are going to equip you with some tools that are going to help you along that journey. Like, if you're hiking, let's say that might be a compass, sunscreen, a water bottle, things that are crucial to your success in the journey, right? So that's another one of their jobs. They're also going to help you identify the safest and the most effective path, or in this case, a route for you to take, based on what your goals are, where you started, and what the final destination is, right? And then along the trip, they're also going to help you monitor progress, and they're going to anticipate and prepare for certain parts of the journey that could be very challenging or could be very rewarding. So I'll give you an example. So let's say you're on this tour, right? And this guide, they can see that you're about to step into quicksand. So they may say, hey, you know what, Miles, why don't you take this alternative route, just so you can avoid stepping in that quicksand, so that you can get to where you're trying to get more effectively and faster. And alternatively, they may, let's say it's the part of the hike where you're going up a grueling incline, right? The guide may be able to say, hey, Miles, look behind you back there. Do you see the views, right? Something that you may not have even noticed, because you're so focused, right, on just taking the right steps. So that's another goal that that a guide would provide you in this situation. And, there's a lot of parallels. And then, it's also really important, right, that they provide you with motivation at certain parts of the journey when you need it, when it gets the most difficult, and they help hold you accountable to your goals. So let's say you told this guide, you know what, I want to make sure that I'm pushing myself. I'm a regular hiker, and at the end of this this journey, I want to make sure that I'm tired and I really push myself. The tour guide could help hold you accountable for that, right? And then they can also provide suggestions and provide tips to help accelerate your progress. Like, for example, telling you to, take an alternative route, or, stuff like that. So that is really, I think, the best way to describe kind of what a life coach does. They're really there to help you figure out where you're at, give you an alternative perspective, and help you really just go through your own journey of your own thoughts so that you can decide what next steps are going to benefit you the most. So the biggest, guys, and this is a key difference between the analogy that I gave you and, actually coaching, is that in this analogy, a tour guide could probably be seen as an expert, let's say, of the trail or the landscape. And typically they would be leading you. But a life coach is not an expert in your life, right? Only you're an expert in your life. So a life coach, their job is not to lead you. You guys, it's an adult to adult, peer to peer relationship where you guys are equal. They're not leading you. They're guiding you through self-discovery so you can figure out your own desires, thoughts, goals, and how you feel like you can best get to those, get to your desired outcome. And it's very collaborative, like I said, but you make all the decisions and you're ultimately responsible for your life, right? And that's a key difference that I wanted to point out. Like the life coach's area of expertise is when it comes to facilitating the client's growth, guiding you through your personal journey, through your thoughts, your feelings, your behaviors. And they're skillful in the different techniques that are conducive to success, right? But if you guys come across a coach, a life coach specifically, that's telling you what you should do, what you shouldn't do, what you need to be doing, that's not coaching. They have different, there is a place for that in different modalities. For example, something like mentoring or consulting, and I'll probably make some videos on that later. But coaching, that's not what coaching is about, right? So, yeah, hopefully this just provided you guys with a little bit more insight on what it is that a life coach does, and you can kind of see the parallels between the analogy that I made there. But long story short, a life coach, their job is to help you discover your best self through a variety of different strategies and techniques. But really, it's a collaborative relationship where you figure out, where you are, how you got to where you are, and then you start to uncover where is it that you want to be. And then you co-create a plan to figure out, okay, how is it that you feel that you can best get there? And then their job is just to help you. So just back to the analogy quickly, it's not, they wouldn't be leading you like a tour guide would lead you. It would be almost if you guys were driving, you'd be the driver, they're in the passenger seat. They can give you suggestions, they can give you, they can tell you what they see, but ultimately you're the one steering and you have to make the decisions and you're responsible. So hopefully that helps for anyone who stuck around and listened for this long. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And if you guys have any questions about this, just please reach out to me, let me know, and I'd be happy to hop on a call with you or, just help in any way I can. So hope you guys have a great day.